This is Redemption, a live play podcast set in the Star Wars Edge of the Empire role-playing game system. Episode 9, Fight or Flight, or both. After having their faces and names broadcast system-wide, the crew of the Krallet's Fang figured their day couldn't get any worse. But then a running firefight through the tunnels against an invading horde of Yinchorri proved them wrong. Now, all that stands between them and escape into hyperspace is 5 miles of runway, and an invading fleet of terrifying terrapins.
You guys are sitting at the edge of the spaceport. Like I said, it's about 5 miles long by about a mile wide. You guys are about your ship is 3/4 of the way down. So you've got 4 miles roughly to go. Basically what happens is Rafe starts walking right down the middle of the runway.
Is it elevated or is it like a,
You guys are on
level?
You guys are on a small hill, so it is a little elevated. I would assume they would do that just to keep water and stuff like that off it, and it would be easier to maintain it that way. And there's probably tunnels underneath for maintenance.
Is there a speeder or something nearby we can hijack? Luggage cart?
We're at an airport, basically.
Anything that moves faster than
Sure.
we do?
You could find something. I mean, you've got A1 who's got the bent leg. He isn't moving on his own, so somebody's going to have to carry him.
I'm lifting him. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm carrying him because he's my little buddy.
I'm just going to do a quick perception
Yeah, I
check
was
to
gonna
see
say
if we
Okay.
can.
Against anything or just in general?
Make it an average perception check.
4 successes and a threat?
1 success. Oh, gosh.
3 advantages?
Okay.
It's right there. See the speeder right there? It's orange. There's flashy lights on it.
What if I told you I'm just a little colorblind?
What if... Does that count to, like, where you see something flashing? Like
Perhaps again, I can see it flash, but I couldn't tell you if it's
you can
actually
see clearly
red,
now.
you know.
The rain is
Wait a
gone.
minute. The lights are flashing orange.
How can I not
you
see
actually
clearly?
See the
You
flash-
see these eyes.
If the lights are flashing orange and you cannot see orange, are they actually flashing for you?
I see them come on and turn off, but I can't actually make out the color.
Is it that all Duros can't see color, or is it just specifically
They all
you?
look like strobe lights, basically. It feels like a giant rave.
That's fantastic.
Be comfortable. Okay, for your perception checks, the first thing you notice, like I said, Rafe is walking straight down the middle. He's on comms. So far, the Yinchorri are not overtaking the spaceport, even though they're trying. You notice there are basically crow's nests that they have put up.
With AA guns?
Yeah, with
Awesome.
some larger guns that they're holding off the Yinchorri.
KO salivates at the idea of having an AA gun.
Tassar kind of leaps off towards one of the crow's nests to help kind of defend the area. As soon as she and Rafe start walking away, you guys all need to make discipline checks. Average difficulty, so 2.
And suddenly Tazi can see orange again.
I think something mind-affecting is about to happen, so I'm probably going to fail. Oh, holy crap. 3
You
successes.
said difficulty 2?
Yes.
1 failure and 1 disadvantage.
3 successes and 2 threats.
Okay. Karel and Tazi fight off the fear effect that's hitting over them. And KO, unfortunately, is starting to feel kind of afraid and nervous.
Pants wetting.
Kind of.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Right. Okay. All right.
Let's get
KO,
into-
keep it together.
I'm
I'll
trying.
wander over to the speeder. Is it running or?
It's not turned on.
So luggage carrier.
Yeah, it's just a small, luggage carrier.
Awesome.
little-
Does it have luggage on it?
No.
I'm going to bill for her.
No, there's nothing on it right now.
Dang.
You can load
Tazi
A1 on.
will step into the I hesitate to call it a pilot's seat, but
the
a
cockpit?
driver's seat. Yeah, the driver's seat of the. I'm going to call this a slower instead of a speeder because it's a luggage cart.
It's a golf cart on steroids.
So
Basically.
I'm going to get into the seat of this slower, and
Does it have the Jetsons?
hey, you know what though?
sound?
It's push, but it's
yeah.
it's push to start. So that's kind of Tazi's like big old
Black
thumb
and
on
yellow.
the button.
Black and yellow.
It starts up.
Yes.
You can take it.
Get on.
All right.
Let's get out of here, guys.
I hop on because Lord knows apparently KO's really scared.
And
Humana.
And Tazi like looks around real quick and then jams the throttle on that slower, and we start crawling toward the.
Yep.
Are we faster than walking? That's the key.
No,
Then no, I'm getting off of this thing.
Yes and no.
it's easier. It's easier to carry
A1.
A1,
Correct.
and if you're having the fear effect, it's probably easier to get you moving.
Got it.
But honestly,
We're doing 2 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
we could
Yeah.
literally like a fast walk next to this thing. We could
All
ghost.
right.
We could ghost ride it.
Ghost ride the whip.
Ghost ride the slower.
Okay.
Dang it.
Krill and Tazi, you guys kind of find it strange that KO is starting to kind of freak out a little bit. He was fine just a minute ago.
No, but we also know about the
Yinchorri.
fear effect of the Yinchorri, and we also know that he has problems with the Yinchorri.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any problems whatsoever.
I didn't say that as Tazi.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I think as long as he's running away from it, he's fine.
I think I'm better than I would be if I were just standing there. Oh, no.
Yeah, but the thought would come into your head, why didn't you feel the fear a minute ago when you were fighting them?
Ooh. Well,
actually, Krell knows very well. So
Well,
I don't know that Tazi would pick that up.
Okay, then Krell does. Krell picks that up. So
Why am I so afraid?
this is Kale's brain.
Why am I so afraid? I don't know. I wasn't afraid when I was fighting them.
in the middle of KO's brain, a little tiny chibi Krell pops up a little. It's because the Wookiee Poodoo-Eye lady is not defending your mind from the fear.
Thanks, Chibi Corel. You're the best.
You're welcome.
all right, so you guys are heading down about halfway down. I'm kind of picturing in the slower. Tazi's in the driver's seat, which would be on the left. Who's in the front
It's on the
seat?
right because you got to remember most of these people have British accents, so totally
Okay, so it's on the right. Who's sitting up
No,
front?
only the Empire has British accent.
That's true.
True.
That's true.
What? Unless you're paying attention to the new movie.
right.
Right.
What do we believe now?
Yeah. Who's sitting up front next to Tazi?
I am.
Probably.
Okay, so you're sitting in the back next to A1. All right,
Petting A1.
so you're
It's
on
going
the.
to be okay, little boy. It's going to be okay.
Thank you. It hurts.
I know, buddy. We'll fix you.
Make it stop.
We'll fix you, buddy.
Hey,
Okay.
A1, while you're back there, work on a form so we can fix you.
Okay. He prints one out.
I got it.
I better get that requisition form over to the mechanic so we can get A1 fixed.
I pass it up to Corel.
Okay. Need tools on the ship? You're next in queue.
Thank you.
Jeez, that's terrible.
So you're
He started.
Yeah, no, it's true. He did. He really did.
KO's on the right in the back, on the right side.
So behind Tazi.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's an explosion. One of the crow's nests explodes off to the right.
That seems good.
For the Yinchorri, it is.
Whoa. That's not what I want.
And in the explosion, a couple of the Rusanian troops get thrown right in front of the path of where you guys are going.
We're going
I better
slow
make a
though,
piloting
so
check.
we'll be fine. Is it
Probably
easy?
someday.
Does he even need to do
This should be
anything?
an easy check.
Yeah, it should pretty much be almost a no check.
It should just go ahead and roll the positive dice, but
I'm
no.
gonna do it.
All right, go ahead.
Look out.
No. It's gonna be like that scene from Austin Powers.
It's a steamroller scene.
No.
Might need to do that.
Nailed it.
Yeah, one success and
One success and two advantages.
banks.
Tazi definitely slowly. No, not even drifts. You can't drift this thing. He spins the wheel twice, and the slower makes a wide berth around these two.
Okay.
Are they dead?
No, they're laying there kind of moaning. You could tell that they're not going to get up quickly, but they're not
Tazi
dead
stops
yet.
the slower.
Stupid.
Get him on board.
Right. I get out. I drag them out.
Let's
of
get
the-
these
Okay.
guys on.
Slower.
Get back to the
The
ship.
first one you get to, he's critical.
All right.
You
I
know-
hit him with a stim pack.
Okay. First, you need to make a medicine check because you got to stabilize him.
He's real broken.
Yep. It's a hard check, and since you're kind of scared, you get a black die added to it.
You're a terrible, terrible person. I am successful. Yes, 1 success and 3 advantages.
Okay.
Yes, 1 to 5, 4 advantages.
All right. You successfully stabilize him.
Yes.
So he can be moved.
Right. So you're not dead now. Good job, you.
He's not conscious.
Good job, you. I'm still going to talk to him. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You're all right. I stuff him into the slower.
Okay. You pick him up, put him in the slower.
It's not a speeder.
It's not. No, I know. And then I look at the other one.
Okay. You look up, and Tassara is standing right next to him.
I don't like you. But I feel better, obviously, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The fear kind of goes away.
I still don't like you.
Are you going to go up and try to help him?
Yes.
Okay. You get up there.
I do.
You get up there. She has her hands on him.
What are you doing?
I'm helping.
I can help him. That's fine. I'll do it.
I got it.
No. I got it. It's my job. Literally my job.
I got it.
No. No, it's fine. I'll do it.
I got it.
I don't want
Someone do it. We've got to get going.
need to get going.
Whatever. Fine, do it.
She basically, you see her kind of, I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn one of these dark side points over. She looks and locks eye contact with you, and your gaze gets locked in, and you see the red on the right eye just a little bit, and then you notice her left eye. Her iris is blue, but around the left eye, there's actually a silver ring that goes around it, and she kind of, you kind of feel an energy come out of her, and you see the guy on the ground. He heals.
That's not good, though.
And then she kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, look at me, using my powers to heal. If I keep this up, I'll ruin my reputation as a crazed assassin."
No, don't worry. You'll always be a crazed assassin to me. You crazy woman.
She reaches up and touches your cheek.
What?
But I know you will. But I know you will love me no matter what anyone thinks.
What in the what?
And then she leaps away to go help the crow's nest get rebuilt.
What is
Kayo, keep it in your pants. We got to go.
It's in my pants. I don't want it to be out.
Get him on the slower and let's go.
I lift the guy on the, nearly throwing him because that was weird. Super weird. I'm not a fan. I get on the slower too, obviously, and where you can go back to going really slow.
A1 looks at you and says, no time for love, Dr. KO. We got to go.
Really?
That was
No.
really weird sexual tension.
No, really?
Did you notice that?
A1, that's what you're going to give me.
We're going to talk about that later, I think.
We're not going to talk about
that right now.
Not going to talk about it ever. Ever.
I think it should probably be talked about.
No. Says you, huh?
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Let's
we
talk about things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No.
He's got the point.
Maybe we should talk
is
about
two
this
as
as we
fast as this
crawl
goes?
along.
We're going. We are going right now.
There is a 3, but I don't think we can do 3. I think we have too much weight in the car, honestly.
How many little carts behind us are we pulling? Like 18 of them?
Sure. That's a good number.
That's a solid number.
Yeah.
Kayo, could you reach back and pull the pin on the cart behind us?
I pulled the pin on the cart behind us.
They roll along for a little bit and then stop eventually.
And then are we faster now?
A little bit.
Yes.
You're up to 2.2 miles per hour.
You might be able to hit a 3.
Maybe.
If we hit 3, this thing's going to fall apart.
KO, you have to get in the back and push.
Oh gosh.
Imagine a runway made nothing but rumble strips. That's what it's like riding him slower right
really
now.
uncomfortable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so you guys can drop these guys off at the next crow's nest. You don't have to take them with
Got
you.
him.
Unless you want to. I mean,
Nope, I go ahead and slide them off as we drive by. We're slow.
We're driving.
I mean, you could make it 2 planets in a row. You take injured and take them somewhere else.
I mean,
Could be your theme.
Hey, can they pay?
no, we while I hop out
This is called the redemption podcast, not the relocation podcast.
yeah.
Okay,
I
start again.
I jump out and I tell Taza to keep going and I pick them up and put them on the ground
2.4 miles an hour.
while we're going and then I jump back on while we're going.
All right. You make it back to the ship pretty, the rest of it's pretty uneventful. The entire time you've noticed that Rafe's just been walking along, just
Next to the
yeah, pretty much next to the cart. He's been making commands through his communicator. Every now and then he picks his
Perfect.
blaster up and takes a shot in a direction. Everybody make perception checks. It's going to be an average perception check.
Percepting. 1 success.
2 successes. 2
Tassi has
threats.
1 success.
I percept so hard. 2 successes and a advantage.
So hard, bro.
All right. I percepted so hard.
Tazi got 1 success.
Tassi got 1 success.
Okay. As you're walking up, you happen to look up and you see there are several ships actually fighting in the air. And you go, oh, great. You know you're going to have to fight your way out. It's not going to be just as easy as taking off. Because they've got
Great.
fighters up there. But it's not just the Yinchorri. There are Rusan fighters up there, too. You're going to have to kind of hope they don't shoot you, too. You two, since you're kind of looking more on the ground, you notice that the Yinchorri are starting to bring up their own large tripod-mounted weapons.
Our transponder is currently broadcasting a Rusani code.
Yep. So you should be all right. But these large mounted weapons, they are designed to go against vehicles and ships. They are starting to form attacking areas to blow up the crow's nests and other
Time to go.
We'll fly. We'll try and fly low out of the city, and then
We should try to help them. Because if they get these things and they actually start activating, the Resounding's not going to last very long.
we'll fly low and try and take a few out.
All right.
Everybody on board.
Okay. You also notice the ship has been fixed.
Awesome.
Which, I don't know how Krallet feels about that, but somebody fixed it.
Hopefully they did it right.
Tazi's pretty okay with it.
Yeah.
It was just hull damage. So.
Yeah, nothing
And
major.
We'd started fixing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
All right. Well, I'm
Okay.
heading to Tazi's popping up the gangplank and going to the cockpit.
I'm
right.
going to my gunnery pod.
All right.
I'll take the top gunnery pod.
Okay. A1 is basically dropped where? Kind of in the middle of the ship?
Take him up to the. I'd say you probably take him up to the bridge so he can be at his station.
He can't stand up.
Lean him.
He's broke.
He can't plug in because he can't stand in front of the port where he has to plug in, unless we get him an extension for his little arm thing. And I think that's a little weird. I think already looks a little bit too phallic.
Yeah.
Magnetically attach him to something.
Oh,
so he
my.
doesn't roll.
Okay, you just put him roughly in the middle of the ship. That way he can.
I mean, I
Sit there.
I could just get I put a magnet on him and then I just stick him to the wall. You good, little buddy?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Don't move. Sorry.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
Right, true story. I get my pod.
All right. So you jump in your pod.
Yep.
So right now, Tazi's in the cockpit. Corella's in the ion cannon.
Which is top mounted.
Sorry.
Yeah, which is top mounted toward the rear of the ship.
Yep, and he's on the chin.
And he's on the KO's on the underside cannon.
Right. Now, your turret, the way I always pictured it, and make sure we're all on the same page, it's kind of like a glass, like not bubble, but
Plasteel.
yeah. So you can see what's down.
Yeah.
You're not looking at like a computer screen sensors. Now, the rear-mounted one, though, that one works more on like sensors and yeah. So you're taking off. So do your piloting check. So just an easy piloting check to take off because nothing is currently in your way.
Yeah, 2 successes, one advantage. One advantage.
All right. You successfully take off.
And
where are you? Are you trying to leave atmosphere or?
So the plan is we've got the Yinchorri have these heavy ground-based weapons, right?
They're starting to set them up.
They're starting to set these up. So we are going to make a couple of quick strafing runs around those weapons, try and keeping to a strafing path to take these weapons out or at least damage them enough so that they can't be used.
Okay. Make an average gunnery check as you kind of approach the first one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Triumph and a threat.
Okay.
So a success.
Well, for my piloting maneuver, I'm actually going to do stay on target, which must be going speed 3. Upgrades the skill pool of attacks made by 1. Also upgrades the attacks made on the ship by 1.
Okay.
All right.
You blow it up.
All right.
You got a triumph, and they're setting it up. So
Well, so like what happens is like you'd so Tazi starts flying out and we're starting to do a strafe run and like I kind of like cough, right?
Okay.
Because I like a sneeze kind of moment, like I sneeze and I like move the joystick and it just perfectly lines up and I blow up the ship and like you see it and you're like, good job. And I'm like, oh no, yeah, totally planned that. Totally.
all right.
Great shot, KO.
Thank you. No, yeah, I did that for sure. 100%.
Keep those coming.
We'll do.
The rear gunnery pod, I'm watching the sensors, looking for stuff above us that might be coming nearby. Get a pot shot at, but
Okay. Currently, there's nothing heading towards you guys. I like these dark sides, and I'm gonna make this one a light side.
Oh.
And as you're doing the strafing runs, KO, you happen to notice off to the side, going up this little hill, there's a Yinchorri squad. So there's 5 of them going up this little hill. And on the top of the hill, there's this nice big house. And you see the sign that says Mrs. Castile's Orphanage. And out front, you see a bunch of kids kind of scared and an elderly man and woman. And they're trying to herd these kids into, well, basically the equivalent of a school bus.
Tazi,
Yeah.
there's definitely this is going to sound like I'm making this up. But there's definitely an orphanage about 2 clicks to the west that has a squad of Yinchorri about to go kill a bunch of orphans trying to get on the orphanage bus. I can't say it without...
Let's go save those orphans.
2 raw then.
All right.
Dang it.
Roll your gunnery again.
Same on the average?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do average again. Pew, pew.
Using stay on target to continuing to use stay on
and
target.
I use true aim. That means wait. So if it goes up twice and I have a yellow and a green, if it goes up twice, what happens?
You get a yellow and then another green.
Yes.
You realize if you miss, you just murdered orphans.
I totally successed.
Okay. You happen to.
I success with 2 advantages.
All right. You blow up 2 of them. I mean, ship's guns do quite a bit of damage to ground. So.
As I learned when I watched a movie recently that showed me what happens when a ship gun shoots people. It makes lots of booms.
2 of them go flying up in the air, the ground. There's a little crater right there. You blow them up, and one lands in a tree, the other one falls on the ground.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted.
The other 3 look up and shoot at you with their little guns that really don't even get through your armor, I believe.
Tazi's going to make some adjustments on the board real quick. He's going to try and see if he can do a quick turn in the ship to throw the guns back toward the Yinchorri. Trying not to take it too wide because they're approaching the orphanage pretty quickly.
Correct. Let's jump into initiative so we can kind of, because this is a little bit of a combat.
All right.
1 success.
2 successes or 3 successes with a triumph.
Do.
Best pilot ever.
3 successes and an advantage.
PC1.
They can be the pilot.
I think that's going to be me.
Okay.
So Tazi's going to try and do his quick drift turn. So Tazi pulls 2 levers on the cockpit and taps 2 buttons. When he does that, the right side of the ship, actually, the engine's cut out on the right side and the left side pops up, basically causing the ship and the inertia to almost do a 180.
Okay.
Lowers the engines back on the right side. The right side dips back to level, and then he holds the ship in position in front of the orphanage so we can continue taking shots.
About 10 feet off the ground in front of the orphanage. Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm
we're
actually
gonna
in
look
front of the
awesome.
kids. All the kids are getting burned by exhaust, The orphanage is being set aflame. I'm really doing all the damage that Yinchorri would normally do. No, not really.
We're heroes.
Okay.
like that,
Piloting check.
If he fails, this is what happens.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're kind of trying to show off. So hard, do you think? Or
I think hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing.
He did it though.
Yeah, 3 successes and 3 threats.
So
Okay.
It is on fire.
Well, just
All right.
part of it's on fire.
so you pull that cool
Timmy's
maneuver
tree
off.
that has the
and-
tire swing.
It's his favorite
Ship
tree.
swings
It's
around.
on fire.
Ship swings around, putting the front turret clearly facing the Yinchorri.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool.
And Tazi taps a couple buttons to hold the ship in position,
Okay.
trying to keep the ship between the Yinchorri and the orphanage.
Okay.
Can I?
Gotcha.
Is it PC2 time?
No.
Dang it!
It's the bad guy's 1 turn.
Boo!
And this guy's going to go. He's going to get one of those. 'Cause
Nope.
You guys don't see him.
What?
Oh, ow. Okay. So that's a success with a triumph and 3 advantages. Wow.
Wow!
That's going to hurt. So, let me just do some math. There's that
Krallet,
one.
if I drop the ramp, can you run down there with KO's Super
There's
Blaster?
That one.
I don't know how to. I'm not very good with it, but I can try.
I could run down in with my super blaster.
But then you're not gunning.
All
right. So-
I can't do both.
You do your cool maneuver, and as you kind of stop, you've been looking on the Corell's been looking on the sensors, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, from the ground, you get a beep, 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 beep.
Missile!
Yep. A missile slams into the back of the ship.
Fires the missiles.
Back of the ship.
Yep.
Where you are,
From the ground.
ish.
I'm on top of
Yeah,
the
he's
ship.
ventral.
Yeah. Right,
Dorsal.
right, right.
You're on ventral. She's dorsal.
You take its damage 10. What? Breach 6. So it had 2 critical hits on you.
This is a anti-vehicle weapon. Then,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
This is a proton torpedo. They launched it. So
it was damage.
10, breach 6. So that's going to knock 6 points of armor off, which I don't think you have 6 points anyways.
No.
So
3 points of armor on the Krallet Fang.
Okay.
It ignores it.
That's right.
So you are knocked off course. So you basically the ship stops where it is. It kind of starts floating towards. Oh, that'll work perfect. Because the second critical was power fluctuations. So you turn, you do your cool move, and all of a sudden the board cuts out completely. All your controls cut out. The ship kind of starts to drop a little bit, and then it kicks back in. And the next round, you've got to make a piloting check just to maintain altitude.
Okay.
See if I ever help orphans again.
Now it's PC2.
I'm going to try shooting them in the face.
Okay. The ones on the ground.
Well, unless I can see the one that shot at us.
Make a average perception check.
Ote.
So each one of those missiles had 3. Each missile had 3 breach.
No,
6
6 breach.
6 breach. It was
Okay.
So
one.
it ignores all of the armor on the ship. As well.
So we just do 10. It just does
Just
10.
takes
It
10.
does 10 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know how much armor you guys had.
Not a lot.
10 damage. It was 1 missile or 2 missiles?
One.
One.
Okay. Good. Then I wrote everything down. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
No, I did not see it.
Okay. So you
Yeah, I'm just shoot
something
the.
slams into you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at the guys.
Same roll.
I have a success that is also a triumph and a threat.
The last 3 go flying into pieces and blow up, and
So basically, because this is all happening at the same time for the most part. So when the power failure goes off, I was aiming to shoot them. And what happens is that I end up shooting one of the guys that had, like the one that I had shot previously. They had dropped their weapons, and they have pretty heavy weapons.
Yep.
So I actually hit the weapons, and they go off and explode.
Power cores.
With the power cores on the
Nice.
the 3 guys that were remaining. Because
Good.
I really in reality I couldn't really aim when I'm like, so like I just basically miss. But because of the way I'm a superhero, obviously, I make the power cores on the heavy weapons go off, and they go exploding,
2 of them go flying off.
Yeah.
One of them, all that's left is his boots.
steaming.
Stinging.
In fact, just
Absolutely.
Yinchorri shells fly everywhere.
Teenage Mutant.
They don't have shells.
I know, but I wish they did.
Yeah, that would be great though. Well, they would be like Shell Shock from the animated series.
PC3.
Where did the missile come from? Like directly behind us, or
Perception.
Sensor check.
Perception. You were looking at the sensor, so we'll say it's just an easy check.
Dang it. Krallet gets to know things.
yeah, 3
What?
successes.
3. Okay. You look on the sensors on the ground. They had basically had a missile turret, but you can tell on the sensors that it's not reloaded, and it's going to take a couple rounds for them to reload if they can.
Where is? I mean, is it right next to the building, or
It was on the edge at the very end of where the runway is.
okay?
So it looks like it was coming up the runway, and they were either intending on blowing up.
For
first
my
ship.
action, I'll paint it on the sensors and route that to
You also,
KO's like display.
just to throw this out, the ship does have power fluctuations, and they won't stop fluctuating until
okay.
it's fixed. So you guys
Then
will
I'm gonna have to do that. I'll take care of that next. So,
Okay, so you're going to step over to do a mechanics check to kind of identify what's causing the power fluctuation.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I do both? Like route the targeting to him and
At least let me know in the general direction where they are. Is that
you can
allowed?
communicate it to him.
yeah. That I was just gonna send it to his board so it shows
Okay.
up.
don't
You
wanna
put a
talk to
comms
me?
panel in there, remember?
You don't want to talk to me? I just want to talk to you.
Yeah. It's just
No,
I got you.
you're
We're
No,
good.
you're
We're good. On the glass on your
Yeah.
your turret is a red dot that you can see, and you send him. Basically, that red dot is what you send him, so he knows he's got to turn
Yeah.
and line up with that red dot.
Perfect. Oh, I see a red dot. I want to
So-
blow it up.
then I'll do a mechanics check to try and nail down the power fluctuations.
Okay, it's a average check.
5 successes.
Okay,
That would be 5 successes.
Oh.
all right. You know, it's right now. You cannot game mechanics wise. You cannot inflict any system strain on the ship purposefully with the power fluctuations, and
okay.
because of the knocked off course, you've got to spend a round getting yourself back on course. It
You
is-
get 3 hull trauma back.
okay,
Okay. Great. Thank you.
and it is A1's turn. because he still is in the initiative. He has identified what's going on, so he is going to make an attempt to get back to the back because he feels that's where he's needed. So he's going to make an athletics check. Oh, he does it. That works. He got a success and an advantage. So what you see is you all hear kind of a clanging sound as A1 throws his body on the ground, and he fires his last booster rocket, and he comes shooting on his belly, scraping himself all the way into the back, and slams into the wall. And then he looks over you. Can you pick me up? I'll plug in and I could run the turret. And that's his action. So now we're at PC1.
Tazi's going to try and right the ship and kind of on his sensor panel, he would have also seen the blip. He's going to try and point the ship toward the.
Okay.
I was going to say, aren't you? I mean, technically speaking, aren't you more concerned with us not drifting into the bus full of orphans?
I have a maneuver and an action.
Oh, gotcha.
So for my maneuver, I can actually kind of right the ship, and then for my action, I can turn the ship.
Oh, well, that's useful.
So you make a.
Is it going to be hard?
Yep, hard piloting check.
So hard.
Just because of the power fluctuations aren't helping you.
Give me your hard piloting check. Oh, please. Please do it.
No, that is that's a wash with actually with one threat.
Take it.
Okay.
So the piloting check was unsuccessful.
All right. So you don't right the course, but you had already stabilized yourself. So you're kind of hovering right now.
Okay.
You're not really moving.
And I can turn the ship with no skill roll required. I can just
Okay. So you can turn it and face that way.
So if you're in the ship is kind of lurching. It's not so much turning smoothly. It's almost like hitching.
It's not a Tazi turn
because of the fluctuation, and it's turning, but almost like in a very seizure like way.
Oh, so it's very jerky.
Imagine someone who doesn't know how to use a clutch.
Oh, got it.
You were probably actually trying to fight the power fluctuations, and right all of a sudden, Krallet fixed it, and they cut out, and you were still compensating, so it threw you off.
Yeah, probably overcompensated. We'll see. Yeah,
Generally it does.
All right.
There is anyone in the ship can hear a long string of Star Warsian profanity from Tazi, and there is some actual hammering. You can hear something being slammed repeatedly against the panel.
Is it your head?
No, it's a heavy object.
Is it your
Something.
All right.
It's a little tiny hammer that he keeps next to him just to make sure things keep working correctly.
All right.
It's actually it's a broken off hyperspace. It's a broken
spanner.
off. It's a broken off actual hyperspace control.
Oh god,
control lever. It's an old one. The one that's there works fine, but this is just an old one I keep up there to hit things with.
Oh god, super useful. All right.
All right.
They're reloading.
So PC2.
Hey. Average, yes.
Yeah.
I use true aim because Lord knows I need it. I see the red dot, and I'm like, and we're moving at the same time and get the red dot. So I'm trying to aim at the reddish dot area. Are we close enough that I can see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see it.
It's a flatbed truck, so to speak, with a big tube on the back.
Sorry, I'm just imagining
Hover truck.
A hover truck, yeah.
As a bunch of Yinchorri with no teeth.
Yeah. It definitely looks cobbled together. Like
gosh.
So it's not intended to be a missile tube. It's been modified. Oh, geez, okay. And they are not good engineers.
I have 2 successes, one of which being a triumph, and also and then 1 threat. So
okay.
I shoot it real good. So
he sneezes again.
No, I don't sneeze this time because I actually am able to just shoot this time. Nothing actually breaks while I'm in the process. So do I with the triumph? I mean,
describe it, man.
Yeah, there's another missile that they were loading, so you could easily hit that missile.
So what's going to happen is I'm actually going to.
Go ahead.
No, it's good. So I aim at the red dot and I look at this truck and I'm like, no, seriously, we're gonna use that as that's what hit us. Seriously, right now. So I aim and I'm like, no, this is gonna be good. And so I aim at underneath the truck because
Okay.
this is a plan. So I aim underneath the truck, and as I aim underneath the truck, I shoot. And when I shoot, I hit it just right so that the core unit in that blows up. But it's not a big enough blast to blow up everything else underneath. But right as they finish loading and they are aiming at us, they shoot at us, and the missile basically the boom goes off. The truck kind of starts to flip as the missile goes off, and it shoots them straight up into the air
Okay.
and it blows up. Like fireworks.
So the shots from the turret blow the truck into the air.
Right.
When the missile goes off, shooting the truck into the air.
Correct. Yes. So
Okay.
it's like literally like a firework.
chain reaction.
And then it blows up, and I'm like, that's for you, Krallet.
What is?
That look at it. Look at it. Look.
She's an engineering. She can't see.
I can't see out from down
I
here.
made you a firework made of Yinchorri.
It looks
Record it. I'll look at it later.
Right, got it.
it looks beautiful.
Thanks, A1.
Krallet's Fang, record that.
Krallet's Fang, record that. It only does 30 seconds. Ugh.
It should be fine.
All right.
All right. Next PC slot.
I'm going to try and get A1 up into the
Okay.
the gunnery pot. Kind of lock him up there.
Basically, all you have to do is get him standing up. He can jack in, and then he can
Well,
run it
he
remotely.
can't stand. He's only got one leg. So I'm gonna spend a light side point and just shove him up there and kind of wedge him in.
Okay. You
There's
get
a
him-
magnet conveniently on his side from earlier. I'll just turn it on and stick him to the wall.
Sounds
He jacks
suspiciously
in.
like my college career.
magnets and jacking in.
No.
Whoa.
All right. You want to that could just be a basic maneuver,
Okay.
and then you could.
It's kidding. Mom, if you listen to this, I was a great child in college because my mom listens to this.
I'll get A1 up into the cockpit, and then I'm going
Mechanics check to fix the power fluctuations.
I already did that last round.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Man, we're fixed.
So
But
I'm hanging on.
We're still off
Okay.
course. Like, I don't think we can get on to where we're trying to go. He can just keep us from spitting
Okay.
into nothing.
All right.
If I remember correctly,
That's-
right? Because you failed the...
no,
I
that's a
I
piloting.
failed my piloting check to write the course last
Right,
time.
right.
so-
That was what I'm saying. Like, we're still
Yeah.
off. Like, we're not quite...
Okay. Yep. I understand.
but nothing ship related is causing that right
Got it.
now.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm
Just a
No,
pilot.
thanks.
just a pilot.
Pilot air.
I mean, if I believed in it, I'd actually go make him a drink.
I do believe in it.
I don't. So
All right.
I hit the button.
Like-
The emergency golden drink pops out next to you.
No, there's a tube hanging down from the ceiling.
No, I haven't built that in yet. That
we
was
got to do
for Life
that.
Day.
That was Life Day gift.
That's next year's Life Day gift.
Maybe next year.
It's like a gerbil.
Inspired by Dave's Diner.
Oh man, Frelp.
Frelp.
Yep.
Frelp.
All right.
Happy Life Day.
Everybody loves that Frelp.
Then you jam him up there, and you notice on the sensors
Stop saying that.
there are 3 fighters coming your way. The spinning, revolving Yinchorri
Yes.
fighters
Our
coming at you.
GM likes to jam things in places.
does.
Stick things and.
Okay.
He did.
I'm just saying.
No, that is your choice of words for any time we need to put something somewhere.
No,
You
I-
jam it in there.
Actually, I said I jammed A1.
I know you
No,
do.
but I'm saying
you're listening to our GM.
Chris says jam a lot.
I do.
True.
So we've got the spinny Yinchorri fighters.
Oh,
coming
the
at us.
stupid, scary, like they look like they're gonna blow up.
The turtle shell guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you,
It's camera.
Yeah, camera.
it's literally like a turtle-shaped shell
Yeah.
with 4 little like sparklers sticking out of it, and they're spinning.
Great.
Yep. So it's A1's turn. He sees that too, so he's going to take aim and try to shoot one.
Do it, little buddy.
Oh, he does. 3 successes with 2 threats.
He's gonna make them
What's the-
crash. 'Cause
What's
he's
the
got an
damage on the
cannon.
ion cannon?
Ion cannon damage is
6, isn't it?
6 strain.
5.
5
5.
strain?
Okay.
5, but it does what to the energy? What now?
Well, it's an ion cannon, so it,
Yeah.
it actually like
It just
shorts
does strain.
out. It adds strain to the ship.
It makes them not spin as fast.
And how many successes did you have?
3.
Okay.
So it does
Any
8
advantages?
Any advantages?
damage.
No, I have 2 threats.
Okay.
No.
Ooh, we don't want those.
All
right.
You can just skip those.
Back to the top then.
Hey,
PC1.
hey.
PC1 is Tazi is going to attempt to make his piloting roll again to try and kind of right the ship and get it moving toward the other, because we had started a strafing run when we got distracted by the orphanage.
And that is
So-
apparently safe.
The orphanage appears to be safe now, so we are going back into the strafing run to try and take out some of these other ground weapons.
Okay.
Can I hold on? I'm gonna do a little story mode here.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. But as Tazi is straightening
Is this
out the ship,
Hard difficulty still?
Yep.
As Tazi's straightening out the ship, the old people that were like getting the children to the bus, like they come out and they start waving at us, like just like classic, like thank you guys, yeah, just waving at us as we're trying to fly away.
And and KO is the only person who sees this.
Yes, yep, that's right. Please do this. I don't want to die. We die. Dang it.
3 threats.
Gosh.
Okay.
Still going nowhere.
All right.
No, hold on one second. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, so maneuvers don't require a skill check.
No, they do not.
Only actions do.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so my chase down, my action would have been to chase down, which would have failed, which is what I just rolled. My maneuver is that I can accelerate, so I'm going to try and increase the speed of the ship by 1.
Okay.
Which I don't have to, unless it requires me to make a skill check, which it does not in this case.
So, what are we moving towards, pilot? Because you got to tell me.
Well, no, that's what I had turned, and we were going back toward the
to strafe again.
To strafe the ground-based weapons.
Okay.
So again, the Krallet's Fang is not moving as smoothly as it normally does. The speed does increase, but the course is a little bit wonky.
Yeah. Not exactly where you intended to go, but going in a direction. PC2.
All right, I will. Can I see the spinning Yinchorri ships coming at us? No, maybe.
They're probably up behind us at this point.
Too high. Can't see them. Yeah,
above
Can I
you.
grab the slot then?
yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, because at that point, I'll be like, we'll play this as it should happen. It's like, Krallet, I know something's coming, but I can't see it.
Sensors are showing 3 Yinchorri ships coming in from up and behind us.
I don't have a shot. Can you do anything?
Tell Tazi to flip the ship over.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Hang on. The camera cuts over to Krallet, and she's like, kind of closes her eyes, takes a deep breath. The ship kind of jolts as Tazi doesn't get us lined up correctly. So she kind of stumbles against the wall, bangs her head, and actually opens up a cut on her head, and loses all control of the focus she was just trying to channel into battle meditation. She swears over the open comms, and that's my action for this round.
Okay.
Whoops.
PC3.
Hey, I'll go ahead and try.
So either that, or you could have A1 try to take a shot.
A1, do you have a shot?
Yes.
Can you use it?
Yes.
Thanks, that'd be great. Shoot them down.
Will do.
Thank you.
A1 fires off a shot of the ion cannon. He hits the same one he hit last time.
Yay.
It stops spinning, because it was spinning.
That's not good for them.
It stops spinning, and it goes crashing down onto the runway.
Oh, cool.
Because he got a threat, and it didn't go exactly where he wanted it to. So there's 2 of them left. Just cross that one off. The first one's going to come in and take a shot at you guys. You guys have shields up, right?
Yes.
What's your shield rating, 1 or 2?
One front, one back.
Okay. He misses. The second one will come in because he goes before you guys. And he misses as well. Well, so those 2 both miss.
Because of Tazi's crack piloting.
Yeah.
And then it would be
PC4?
PC4, yep.
All right. Can I see them now, or am I just going to be shooting at the...
You can see one of them.
All right.
He moved up kind of to the left side of the ship.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and aim at him.
Port side.
Yeah, I'm going to aim at him and go ahead and shoot at him. Well, actually, can I make a perception check on the guys on the ground to see how they are at getting those AA guns kind of up?
Average?
Average. Okay. 2 successes and 2 threats.
At the moment, they don't have enough guns up to shoot you guys.
Okay.
They're still in the process of putting them up.
Then I will shoot at the guy who just came into my range.
We'll call him number 2.
Number 2 is in my range then. Yes, 2 successes and a threat.
Okay. I forget what the damage is on the gun.
I don't remember my gun damage either.
6.
6.
If you had 3 advantages, you'd get a crit.
Dang. Just 2.
So you do 8 then.
So you do
Oh, yeah.
8
2
damage.
successes. So 8 damage, yep.
Would you like to describe what happened?
Yeah, so as the guy kind of spins into my view, I was paying attention to the ground because I was trying to see if the guys were ready to shoot at us with AA guns, which that would be bad. Found out that they weren't, so I kind of just spin up towards the direction of where they were supposed to be, and he kind of just dips down, and I just knee-jerk fire and like kind of peg him on the side or sides as he spins, and I just kind of waylay him for a bit.
All right. And he crashes into the ground.
Good job, team.
Yep. We're back to the top, so PC1.
Crack shot.
So I have, on sensors, I see one Yinchorri ship left,
Correct.
but then there's also ground units.
Yes, they're not quite ready, but
Correct.
they will be soon.
All right, I'm going to try and...
My question is, where the hell are the Rossanians? Why are we doing everything?
Well, I think what it is there's a lot more going on up above us.
Yeah, no,
This is just
We're low. Remember, the Tazi kept it close to the ground so we could try and...
Right, so if the camera were to pan up into the sky, there's like
there's a giant like
Yinchorri ships and Rossanian like fighters just going at it.
there's an atmospheric battle happening
Right.
above us.
It's kind of like was it Revenge of the Sith, where they're all fighting up in there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Tazi is going to try to continue to do the chase down. So he's going to try and keep his course steady to try and do his strafing run, which he's failed at the last 2 times. Let's see if he can pull out this time.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we've got 1 success. 1 success.
He did it, guys.
You are back on course. You have control of the ship. Power fluctuations have been fixed.
And I'm going to
NBD.
I'm going to stay on target as my maneuver again. Well, no, actually, I got to be going 3. So that's
her up.
3 is really fast for
Ground.
ground travel. So I'm going to leave it at 1. I think that's going to give us a better chance of.
Yeah. I would say anything faster would make it actually harder for the gunners to hit anything.
Yep.
Okay. PC2 would be next because that guy got shot. Do you want A1 to take another shot?
No, I'll go ahead and shoot at the ground troops before they can shoot at us.
All right.
I'm going to use my
Fire away.
I'm going to use my true aim because it's a maneuver and I'm not searching. I'm just going to shoot at them. And we're now strafing, so I get to look cool while shooting. Success. That is a triumph. And
That is your favorite die right now.
I notice a trend. When you shoot ground troops, you triumph left and right.
You decimate ground troops.
Yeah.
just destroy ground troops. But then I have 3 threats, so if you want to have at that. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really story coolness I can make out of this. I literally just strafe the hell out of the ground troops.
You take out a small squad.
Good. And another gun, I hope. That was my goal.
PC3.
Corellar A1.
Let A1 go at this
All
point.
You're still recovering from, like,
Possible concussion, yeah.
that thing.
Dong.
I heard that.
A1 misses, but he has 2 advantages, so he'll give the next person a blue die. And then it's actually the last fighter's turn first.
Got it.
Swing and a miss, but with 1 advantage. So the next person to shoot at him gets a black die. All right, Corel.
Actually, I'm going to try and boost the rear shields.
Okay.
after this.
Mechanics check.
Oh.
A triumph.
Triumph and a success. So
2
the
successes and a
shield
triumph?
boost, we take 1 strain. Rear shields are boosted by 1 point, and it will last for 2 rounds.
Okay.
Cool. That makes it more difficult to be shot at.
Who took a strain, you said?
Yeah.
Yep. You fixed the power fluctuation, so you can take strain now. All right. We're back at the top. PC1.
All right, Tazi's going to try and keep it level. Not making any actual maneuvering changes, just continuing to try and stay on course
Okay.
with the...
It drops to average because you overcame the critical hit.
Okay, very good.
Did you get a triumph? That'd be kind of...
No.
Oh, 1 success
There you go.
and 1 advantage.
No.
you are maintaining the course that you want to go on.
Awesome.
Next PC. Do you want A1 to take a shot?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's the one that can see.
2 successes and 2 threats.
Kill him.
What was the damage?
5.
5.
So 7.
So 7.
7. Not quite. He hits it pretty good.
He already got hit once, though.
No, this one hasn't been hit at all.
All right.
Yeah, A1 already took the one out that he shot. You took the one out that you shot.
All right.
So this one, the ion cannon fires, it hits, and A1 can see the sparks flicker across the ship as it goes. Now the ship's going to return fire. Get back here, die. Oh, he's got a 2 black die now. Ooh. 1 success with a threat. So he does 6 damage. There's no
3.
No breach on this. Yep. So 3 damage. And he has a threat. So the next person to shoot at him gets a blue die.
This is me.
Actually, you know what? Not a blue die. You can see him.
Oh, perfect.
He maneuvers down to where you can see him.
All right. Well, I go ahead and whip out true aim. Then
Just to be clear, you said there was no impact. It's just the damage?
It's 6 damage minus your armor, so 3 damage.
Okay. And the shield?
That's
was
negatives
black
to
dice.
his
It's-
roll.
It adds 2 black dice. So
Yeah.
you have a. Oh no,
Blue die.
A1 took it.
Oh yeah, blue one. Yeah. Yep.
He was the next one to shoot.
All right. Here we go.
Another triumph.
So 2 successes. One of those being a
God.
triumph, and
You want to roll the critical hit?
Everything
to
KO
see.
does is cinematic.
Yeah.
yes,
It is.
I got a 44.
You sent him into a tailspin.
He already was spinning.
He was.
So now he's
How does a ship
solid.
spin?
No,
So he's straight?
Now it's a flat spin. So instead of it being like just a spinning ship, it's actually tumbling.
Tumbling.
End.
Okay.
Gotcha. Tumbling. Yeah. So
And did you get any threats?
yeah, I did. I did get 2 threats.
Okay.
Imagine a pie plate circling through the air, and then all of a sudden it's flipping through the air.
How many threats?
2.
2. Roll a destiny die.
Okay.
Light, it's not so bad. Dark, could be bad.
Dark.
Okay. It smashes really close to one of the crow's nests and catches it on fire.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah. I shoot him, and like he was saying, like everyone in the world. Imagine
Also,
a spy pie
because
plate.
this is the second time in a row you've had some threats. A red light comes on in your cockpit.
No.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, remember when we fixed your cockpit with all the parts from the doors in the ship?
Yeah.
I think they're about to come unglued.
No.
Yeah.
Dang it! I really got to get this fixed. Like for real fixed.
All right. Let's see. Tazi and Krallet are near sensors. So go ahead and make average perception checks.
Complete wash.
Oh, you win.
3 successes.
Did you have a triumph in there though?
No.
Oh, all right. Never
This
mind.
was
I'm
just
looking
on
at
the
other
table.
dice. Okay.
He was trying to bring me into the
Tazi's got
successes.
3 successes. Yeah.
All right. Tazi, this makes sense because you're the pilot. You look up and you see coming into atmosphere just a couple of really large ships. And from these ships, all of a sudden, a bunch of fighters drop down. But you've never seen these fighters before. They on the sides, what you normally would think of as wings are 2 long tubes. They're cylindrical. And they actually open up at the ends and start shooting cannons out. And in the middle is a long, silver, almost egg-shaped, kind of a stretched-out egg. And on the top of it, you almost swear there's a red eye because it kind of looks side to side. And they start dropping in, and they just start shooting the Yinchorri ships like crazy.
Like just laying waste to
Yeah,
this
they're-
aerial force.
Yeah. I mean, there's hundreds of these things that drop down. You're like, wow, that's kind of impressive.
Yikes!
Can anyone else see this?
I cannot. What are you talking about?
He's on the bottom.
I'm on the bottom.
Come up to the cockpit right now.
Right on. So yeah, I pop out.
Everyone up to the cockpit.
And I run over to the cockpit. What and caulking? What and
Does anyone recognize those?
I have no idea.
Have we ever seen them before?
Do we?
You could make a. Ooh, this would be a warfare check, in my opinion.
What?
Let's go hard. An A1 will try too. Why not? He's sitting in the back, and he has no clue.
I actually know.
Tazi's not going to make the check because he already he does not recognize them.
Okay.
Well, I have 1 threat and 1 success, so I'm going to just kind of know.
I have 1 threat and 1 success also, so whatever you know, I know.
Okay.
Right. Maybe like a rumor mill.
KO, you remember back in your security force days, some kind of crazy colonel coming up with a prototype unmanned droid ship that he was talking about.
Okay.
So this is like if the Separatists and the Naboo had a baby ship.
Kinda. Trying to
Okay.
think, how would Krallet
Yes.
know this? At one point, the Jedi had a rumor that there were these prototype ships that were being built in hut space,
Okay.
which the Jedi can't do anything because it's hut space.
Right.
So you've heard of them, and you know that they're unmanned. You're not sure, though, because you guys got threats, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You're not sure if they're controlled by somebody on the ship, like the big ship, or are these actual droids?
Inside the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, is the ship a droid or is it being controlled? Got
Yeah.
it.
And the ships themselves are like silver colored.
The fighters.
And we
Yeah,
have
the fighter ships. And
Are they mirror colored like Naboo ships or
like that one.
Or are they just silver?
They're just silver.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know of this general who had this idea for basically drones that were ships. Like,
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
you're
Drones.
were they building out in hut space?
right, yeah, but it was kind of like this guy had this idea and they were like, no, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and then he kind of disappeared. Right, that's kind of what
And
I got.
there was
Yeah.
they either have to be centrally controlled or they use droid brains. I
That-
never
that's
heard.
never-
whether
I
they
never
finished.
heard.
I'd like
Yeah.
to actually make a piloting check
Okay.
to see if I can identify like the flight patterns of the drones as they're moving around. Like, are they clearly computer controlled, or is it possible it's someone flying them?
Okay.
Because I mean, I wouldn't know.
What was it?
I wouldn't
We
know
made
if
a
they were
hard
drones or
check
not.
for
Okay.
warfare.
For
We'll do
warfare.
a hard check again.
Warfare.
Yeah.
No, piloting
Oh,
for you.
piloting.
Okay.
Just make it a hard piloting check.
Well, knowledge piloting.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, I
No,
know
no,
it's
I-
warfare, but it makes sense to me that as
No,
a
I got
pilot,
you.
I'd
Yeah.
be looking at their flight patterns. I wouldn't be looking from a.
I'm saying we were adjusting your piloting skill to be knowledge piloting this time. You don't know.
It doesn't matter.
You don't recognize their patterns.
Adoy.
Well, I mean, at that point, that means you can be like, I've never seen piloting this way.
Yeah, I know they're flying, but that doesn't look familiar to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe they're not being piloted by Duros.
I can tell those pilots do not have big saucer-like eyes.
I lean over and make sure that our IFF is still broadcasting the Rusonian ID we have.
You're fine.
You're not going to get blown out of the sky by these robots.
Exactly.
Because robots.
Robots.
Because robots.
Well, over the comms, Rafe hails you. I don't know if that's the right term in Star Wars. I know it's the right term in the
Reach over.
other
and,
series.
Reach over and flip.
Okay.
Flip 2 or 3 switches.
Rafe is like, is this thing on?
I press a button.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. Hey, Rafe, what's going on?
Please land your ship. The new fighters that are approaching the battle are prototypes and
Land-
not completely
land,
tested.
please.
Yeah, can we land?
Land.
That would be great.
I think I can do that.
Thank you.
Let me check.
I have faith in you as well.
Curl surreptitiously
Easy
leans over
check.
and
It's
holds
an
on to
easy
something.
check.
So do I.
You land
One
back
success.
you land right back where you were before.
Oh, gosh. We got so far. Good job. We did save an orphanage, though.
A Redemption podcast is played using the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Please interact with us on social media, Facebook and Twitter @RedemptionPod, Instagram @RedemptionPodcast. Visit our website, redemptionpodcast.com. Please leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever other podcatcher you use. This will help people find us. And if you like us, please consider using Patreon. Our Patreon is patreon.com/redemption. Until next time.